Fox?
Pretty good.
So, first off, congratulations on the win and getting the split there out of the series instead of losing. So, how do you guys feel after the split against Get Stuffed?
Well, the general feeling is that it was Murphy's fault. Other than that, it was just pretty good. I thought we were gonna lose. I thought they were gonna stomp us, but we actually held better than I thought. So that's good.
Yeah. So, in game number one, even though you guys did lose, you guys had what I feel like was a very strong mid game. And where do you guys feel it went wrong for you towards?
Uh, we fought under DK with no coordination. Murphy ran it down, and yeah, we did not end well. And then we just
Mhm.
had to play catch up, and then we threw at their keep
Yep.
320.
Yeah. What was actually the comms like there? Was it just like some miscoordination or miscommunication where no one realized like they were literally just about to hit 20 while you were there trying to soak as much as possible?
Um, we knew they were about to hit 20. I just missed the message where it said the enemy team has hit their storm talent tiers or whatever it says, the
Hmm.
talent tier up. So I was like, we died, and then I was like, oh, they had 20. So I hit enter to see the chat log, and it's like, so I look up to see where it's at, and it's like that was like 15 seconds ago. God damn it, that didn't go well.
Yeah, the lesson there for everyone watching is always keep an eye out in such a critical situation like that when the 20 is going to hit.
Yeah, it would have been smart.
Hmm. So I saw in chat that the Deckard, or sorry, not the Deckard, the Uther may have not actually supposed to be an Uther for the last pick there.
Um, uh, we, it's debatable.
Hmm.
We we don't need to talk about that pick.
Okay.
I wanted Uther because I thought it would be fun. It didn't work out. Could have been a Thrall instead. Might have worked slightly better.
I did see where you were coming from, the idea, especially because I was saying that this is kind of reminiscent of the old CC King train meta back, at least a year ago now, where people pick Tyrande, Diablo, and or Muradin, and then something like a Kel'Thas, and then they just combo endless CC on you, and you die.
Yeah, so I wanted it for the cleanse,
Hmm.
uh, and it kind of worked until it was work. We would have, I think we had that game until we threw the fights. Like we were the sole reason we lost that game. I don't think we were getting outplayed at all.
Hmm.
I think we were completely in it.
Yeah, I think that's 100% fair to say. Now, in game number two, how were you guys feeling going into that game? Obviously, you kind of didn't have, I guess, much of a chance to try and recover at the end of game one since they just ran you guys down pretty much.
Um, well, we replaced Murphy, and we felt pretty good.
I mean, obviously, the results show there. And I mean, how did Bagatron get an insane amount of healing? I mean, he basically had 100,000 more healing than Drinkin' Runs Tyrande.
Uh, you tell me, because I don't know. He is feeling sick apparently, so he was muted the
Oh my god.
whole set. He was typing in chat the whole game to like give information. So I don't know. I couldn't tell you.
I think it just came down to you guys had some good good sleeps from him. You're able to peel back when you survived, and then second wing kicks in, he fills you up, the containment disc reducing the total damage output they had. And maybe that was the secret. They just had so little damage coming in at certain points that Bagatron just keeps infinitely healing you guys up.
I mean, we definitely padded stats that game, and that's numbers are what matter, not who comes out on top. The numbers. So like the first game, my atrocious Diablo game was one of the best feeding games I've ever had, and that means it makes me feel good.
That's right, guys. The stats tell you who are the best. Top deaths, too are probably the best.
I hope so. Like one of the discords I'm in, my name's been changed to Feeder, so it's free.
So I heard you guys are having some issues with the team. Is it that people are deciding they don't want to play in NGS anymore, based on like announcement? Or is it just like a bad day and lots of people had real life stuff going on? Because obviously, before the match began, for anyone who's watching, they had subs, and obviously, like you said, you expect to get whooped, but you won a game, looked still pretty good in the first set with subs. So are you guys having to get like a new roster to finish the season, or is it hopefully the rest of the team will come back for the rest of the season?
Yes.
Yes, the both.
Uh, that's all. I One of our players decided to drop out. I don't know if it's permanent. We'll
Hmm.
have to see. One of our subs was having internet issues earlier. He said he could play, and then he never showed up. So it was like 5 minutes before the game. I had to go get another person,
Ooh.
and so I mean it works out because Mayog Sicho and I played last season together
Hmm.
on Game Freaks, so we already had synergy. Murphy's just trash, so we replace him with somebody that we now have synergy with, and it just works.
Yep. I mean, the results show. And so in game two, when you guys got that double keep, were you just trying to bait them back to the boss every time you could in order to get all the pressure of the catapults
Yes.
onto their core?
Yep. Yeah,
Okay.
and then as soon as they use the what is it, play of the game, we're
Hmm.
like, oh wait, we can do this even easier now because they can't actually contest boss as well. If they're showing in bot, it's like they can't have Hanzo just immediately be up there. So we're just like, let's go back and forth.
Yeah.
They show up, let's leave. Oh, they're here again. Let's go. Oh, they're gone. Let's go back in and just dance around them till we eventually got mid keep and then won the game off of it.
Yeah. I mean, it looked a little dicey the first time you guys fought just because you guys got pretty low and they were still pretty healthy. But you guys survived that initial onslaught at that point, and it basically became checkmate where
Yeah,
they couldn't
they
clear.
kept using their full combo on
Yeah.
Muradin, which I feel like was a worked at first, but once I hit my talents of getting rewind at 20 for double W, avatar,
Hmm.
healing static, like those talents just make me that much more survivable. That comboing me isn't gonna get you the kill that it was earlier.
Yeah.
And like that shows in the game, I went from 3 deaths early on to never dying late game because I could just survive everything.
Yeah, and then the bunkers were very good as well. Whenever an entomb was dropped, you're basically right next to a bunker available as well. So like when they'd focus you, bunker would be there. You'd hop on in, get the extra armor, pop on out, and at 20, like you said, you had the rewind combo available, which then basically heals you up completely. Alongside of like Ebagatron just throwing infinite potions your way and making you chug.
Yeah, it worked out surprisingly well. Like for a team that never scrims, which is us, or plays, except for like game nights,
Hmm.
we're doing a lot better than I thought, and I'm pretty proud of them.
Yeah, if you guys are not scrimming and you're basically at the top of the division or near the top, I think you're what, number two?
3, we were 3 last time I checked, but
Yeah,
I don't have the tournament link for it.
yeah. So that's fantastic overall, being number three for a team that isn't really scrimming and just kind of jumping into each of these games and doing your thing. So
100%. It feels good.
yeah. Do you think if there is a next season in NGS, do you think that you will potentially have the same team and take it more seriously, seeing how successful you guys are, in that like maybe even try to go into the Storm division?
Uh, I don't know. We'll have to see. That's kind of far out still.
Hmm.
Um, just kind of focusing on here because right now with how everything's going, depends who all drops out, especially in Heroic and Storm because teams were already dropping out quite consistently.
Yep.
So this might speed that up, and we'll see. We have to see how that goes first before we can really think ahead to even like playoffs because there might be only 2 teams left by the end of the season. So
True. True.
it's hopefully not, but you never know.
Yeah. So before we get going, I'd like to give you the opportunity to give any shout outs.
Shout outs to Mayog for subbing for us. Great guy. Couchy for showing up slightly after game 1 started. Because he had to do things, so we were stuck with Murphy and he was the problem. Um, Bags for being sick but playing like a champ. And Psycho because Psycho is Bay.
All right. Well, thank you so much for your time in the interview, and best of luck in the rest of the season if it should continue on. And if there are playoffs, best of luck in those too, because at this rate, you guys are pretty much, I'd assume, guaranteed to be in the playoffs.
Yeah, sounds good to me. Thank you very much. Thanks for the cast.
Oh, no problem. Enjoy the rest of your night.
You too. Peace.
All right, guys, that's it for Get Stuffed and Potato Esports. And you can boil them, mash them, put them in a stew. But this game for Potato Esports, Get Stuffed were no Samwise and Gamgee. They were interview. No hard hitting questions here, baby. Just some fun. Now, Get Stuffed looking pretty good overall, and hopefully they'll continue on getting better and improving. Big Daddy Kala will have probably a few words for him if he does review this game for him. So I'll definitely be interested in checking out what he has to say about this performance. So thanks again, everyone, for stopping on by. If you enjoyed the cast, please hit follow, maybe even subscribe, but more importantly, come back for more of my shoutcast. On top of that, you can see my Twitter down below and my YouTube for the VODs that I'll eventually toss out. I also do VODs for Twitch, which I keep in a collection as well. And although the collections there are a little bit crappier since they're capped at 100. But you can catch when I'm casting again on Twitter. You obviously should know where you are on my Twitch, so don't need to tell you who I am. And hopefully, like I said, you'll come back to see some more shoutcasting. If you have any feedback, feel free to shoot me a message either on Discord or on Twitch or even Twitter if you so choose. And let me know what you think. If it's bad, that's fine too. There's always improvements to be made. So thank you so much, everyone, for your time. And I think that's going to be all for me. I'm going to see if there's any other NGS streams going on. And if not, I'm going to toss you on over to Alex Dids. Let's see. I'm trying to pull it up. There we go. Snag is cast in, but it looks like he might be almost done. I hate sending people to games that are almost done. It's not very fun, I feel like. Ooh, and I get a beautiful ad to check where his game is. I'm going to check the team up calendar since we have a new calendar. It's the new calendar? No, that's not the new calendar. Sorry, I'm checking it out. There's supposed to be, I think, some more games later. Wow, everything is going to a crawl on my computer right now. Oh boy. So in the meantime, I'm going to go and put up the replays. I should have done that first so you can all enjoy that, and I'll kick you on over to someone else. So thanks again and enjoy the rest of your evening.